In Part 3, chapters 4 to 5 of 1984 by George Orwell, we witness a pivotal transformation in Winston Smith's ordeal in the dreaded Ministry of Love. The intensity of the physical torture he has been enduring diminishes, and his health starts to recover slightly. These chapters illustrate the deep psychological manipulation and the breaking down of Winston's resistance and individuality. In this phase of his captivity, Winston finds himself in a seemingly improved state where the brutal physical torment has subsided, and he begins to dream vividly of an idealized past. He dreams of the Golden Country, a place that symbolizes peace and innocence, where he's in the company of his mother, Julia, and surprisingly, O'Brien. This juxtaposition of O'Brien, Winston's torturer, as a companion in his peaceful dreams, sheds light on the profound psychological manipulation Winston is undergoing, blurring the lines between friend and foe, comforter and tormentor. Emblematic of the concept of doublethink, a significant theme in the novel. As Winston becomes more aware of the extent of the party's surveillance, he realizes that his and Julia's rebellion was futile from the start. The party had been monitoring him for 7 years, amassing evidence of his thought crimes through soundtracks and photographs of him with Julia. Winston's awareness of the party's omnipotence and his understanding of the futility of individual rebellion culminate in his profound demoralization. A moment of weakness occurs when Winston, in a state between sleep and wakefulness, cries out Julia's name. This incident marks a regression in the reintegration process he has been subjected to, leading O'Brien to decide that Winston is ready for the final stage of his reconditioning. The climax of this part of the novel is Winston's confrontation with his ultimate fear in Room 101. O'Brien, knowing Winston's terror of rats, threatens to subject him to a cage filled with starving rats, poised to attack his face. Faced with this unimaginable horror, Winston betrays Julia, pleading for O'Brien to subject her to this terror instead of him. This act of betrayal marks the culmination of Winston's psychological breakdown and reintegration into the orthodoxy of the party, showcasing his total submission and loss of individual integrity. The stage in Room 101 underscores the central motif of the novel, the party's absolute control over its subjects, not just in their actions, but in their thoughts, beliefs, and emotions. Winston's betrayal of Julia, driven by his primal fear and survival instinct, symbolizes the destruction of human connection, love, and loyalty when faced with totalitarian oppression. It's a testimony to the party's pervasive power to infiltrate the deepest recesses of the human psyche and manipulate it to ensure absolute allegiance and submission. The party doesn't just seek to break the will of its dissenters, but to own them entirely, body and soul. These chapters depict the essence of Orwell's grim vision of totalitarianism, where personal freedom, love, and loyalty are subsumed under the omnipotent gaze of a repressive regime. The psychological manipulation and reconditioning Winston undergoes highlight the terrifying capacity of totalitarian systems to extinguish the basic tenets of humanity, leaving in their wake a shell devoid of resistance, individuality, or hope. If this video was helpful to you, please help out the channel by hitting the like button and leaving a comment down below so I can continue to make videos like this one. Thanks for watching. This has been another Bookly Crash Course.